I think so too. I'm here with Oscar Smith head football coach Chris Scott after his Tigers 27-12 win. They look much better than Dallas Cowboys as they moved to 8-0 on the season. Coach, what can you say? You came out guns a-blazing. I think over 200 yards of offense in the first quarter, 21 points, and it seemed like you made a conscious effort to have the air attack with your wide receiver Travis Johnson, one of the best in the country in the class of 2026, and Lonnie Andrews going to him. But you also maintained that running game and the balance, and the guys up front allowed you to do it.
Yes, came out. It's homecoming, a lot of energy. I'd like to say that obviously our mission is to go 1-0 on every rep. That's always, you've interviewed me for years. That's what we say, right? But you gotta know that this one was marked on the calendar, and we had a homecoming, and so there's a lot of energy, and our guys came out with that energy early on, and allowed us to really gain control of the game. We had Rayner go down with a little injury, and that changed us a little bit in the run game. But making some of those connections to, like you said, the pass game allow us to stay in control.
Yeah, and he's number 11 for you, a big factor for you on defensive line. You went to a heavy package in that first quarter, and it worked for you. Worked well for you. Okay, you mentioned the game being circled. Is it part of that? It's homecoming. They beat you last year. You also want to get the number 1 seed in your region there, a team trying to get a 1 seed, and also district bragging rights. What was kind of the big reason?
You can sit there and do all the coaching cliches and say, hey, this game doesn't mean a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it does mean a lot. It means a lot because Southeastern District Showdown against some really good team that gets you playoff ready, right? And then also, hey, we keep taking care of a business. It's pretty hard to come into the jungle and play. So that's the stuff that it is important. So, but it was marked. They did get us last year. Coach Joe Fion and those guys are doing a great job with that program, and we knew it was going to be a battle, and it turned into that by the second half.
I knew in pregame, a lot of intensity and anxiousness that you guys were not going to let Javon Ford do what he did last year. He ran it for 44 times for 235. Tonight, he ends up running it 18 times for 80 yards. But your defense in the first half, I think it was 7 or 8 different guys had tackles for loss. It's hard to pick out just one guy who does it because everybody eats.
It's a sea of gold.
A sea of gold?
It's a sea of gold. That Smith defense, we call it piranha season. And like you said, piranha season, because you might not just be one big shark out there, but we're all coming to try to get some meat off the bone. And Giovanni Simmons, Eli Harold, Rashad Lilly, CJ Matthews, Quan Edwards, those guys got those guys flying around. And then on the back end, we made some pretty big interceptions that kind of stopped some drives.
So are you glad that back in your, beginning of your Oscar Smith tenure, your offense or even the Ocean Lakes offenses you coached didn't have to go up against the Sea of Gold?
No, yeah. Well, right now, the way they're flying around, and we get competition in defense. I'll just tell you, Simmons might be getting me a burger this week, though.
Okay. A couple more for you. Second half, it seemed like there was, I don't know if it was the snooze button got hit, but late third quarter into the fourth quarter, they made some plays. They're certainly not going to give up, but what do you kind of attribute that to? Because you didn't put together a full, complete game. That first quarter was A+. After that, not so much.
No, yeah. I think that we got the ball on the perimeter, got some drives going, but then it just lulled, and it lulled where we got to chunk at 7, get there at 2nd and 1 or 3rd and 1 or so, but then we got a holding penalty that's coming back and set us up. So it just we couldn't get in great rhythm, but and I think that when I had us, I don't know what exactly it is, but obviously over 100 yards and penalty yardage, that's going to leave a mark. I know they had theirs too, and that you can say it evens out, but that's what got us off the field. And you throw an incompletion, and then now you're stopping the clock and you're turning it into a long game.
Lastly, is the thing you hang your head on, A, this defense is dynamite, and B, you're seeing some near misses with your passing game. Your running game has been really consistent all year with Tajay, Curtis, Brendan Nesbitt, the bell cow for you, and others carrying the ball for you. But, there's a couple times where it looks like you can have that explosiveness, whether it be Lonnie throwing to Travis, Trey Jones, other guys. You're that close to being a really super dynamic passing attack.
I agree with you 100%. Just a couple inches away off fingertips on multiple throws. I don't know if you saw that Tennessee game last week, and it was like, hey, if they can start connecting on the long ball, they'll be all right. They took control by hitting a couple deep ones late, but you felt like, hey, if they hit some early on, it would have stretched it out. Travis opened the game up for us, and Lonnie, when he does hit the one, and we march into the end zone and get the ball rolling, we missed obviously about 3 or 4 of those right off the fingertips, and we catch those. He's running, and that's when we will catch him. So we're going to continue to work on that timing. We did play against a pretty solid defense and some good athletes on the back end as well. But yes, we get that clicking on all cylinders, and it's going to be hard to keep us. Got to play over top of us, and then we can run underneath.
Well, Coach Scott, the Tigers will take 8-0, 2 more to go regular season, and perhaps 5 in the playoffs. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.